Welcome to Renee Marie's Stroke of Luck. I'm Renee Marie, and I have to tell you that God is good. Because I get amazed at the connections and the way things evolves and just the goodness that he brings to us. And this story is a true testimony to the fact that God is good and how he works and how sometimes we have to get out of our own way. But so it really, it's going to be an awesome show. We have a wonderful guest named Darnell on the show. And as everyone read in my social media around the world, that Darnell suffered a stroke as I did. And Darnell is really an inspiration to me, just watching her challenges and the way that she fights, and no is not in her vocabulary word either, as mine. No, but is not on my vocabulary word. And just the way she has fought back, and she's making a difference in the world, and we'll share all that information as we move forward. I really wanted to share with you, we've moved so, this year has been phenomenal in our world, the Stroke of Luck world. It really has grown around the world. I started out with a book, and then Bobby Baby Walker, my co-host, who is off camera right now because he has other meetings to go to, he got us into the Madhouse TV studios, and the evolution. Yes, let's hear it for Bobby. Woo! But we've grown so big that we had to actually change the website. I'm in the process of changing it, but our new website, for now, you can go to Renee Marie's Stroke of Luck and click on the link, and it says a new website. It's Renee Marie's Stroke of Luck TV.com, and the Renee Marie Stroke of Luck.com, and you'll be able to see the way we're evolving, and it really is very, very exciting, very exciting. So I just want to share that with you. So just want to reiterate that please visit our new website. You can be found on Renee Marie Stroke of Luck.com website, and it'll take you to Renee Marie Stroke of Luck TV.com, and it really shares a lot of past shows from the Madhouse studio. It has the upcoming shows, which Judy Marlowe Rotway is phenomenal. Let's hear for Judy. Woo! Judy is, and I got to tell you, she's incredible. She has booked shows up until early November, right? Yes. Early November. So it is incredible. So we'll talk about that a little bit more as we move on. Michelangelo was supposed to be calling in, so when he calls in, we'll talk to Michael. But I really wanted to share with you that we're going to have our 2016 telethon. The official announcements will be made on August 15th. So let me reiterate and say that in a commercial type voice. So please watch our telethon on the Renee Marie Language of Love telethon, which will be held on March 20th, 2016. We will give you more information on August 15th, and tune in because it's going to be awesome. We've already started gathering entertainers and support, and we're going to probably announce, I'm thinking we're going to be announcing who the two beneficiaries aside from my foundation will be on August 15th. So please tune in. It's going to be a phenomenal show. And let's bring on my guest, because the next show that we have actually brings Judy Sharon Bean, who is the American Stroke Association. She's the what's her title?
She's Director of Charitable.
Director of Charitable. No, Director of
Charitable Estates.
State, yeah. So you could donate your estate or a portion of your estate, whatever you want, to the American Stroke Association, and I highly recommend it because they have been phenomenal, and Sharon has been phenomenal, and Sharon is actually the connection that brought our special guest today to our show. So let me introduce Darnell.
Hi.
Woo! Yay! Darnell, welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
It's an honor and a pleasure to be here.
Yes, yes, yes. You have. We have so many stories to share because Darnell came in early from New. She actually lives like 20 minutes from me, which is East Orange, New Jersey, right?
No, because I live different places sometimes.
Oh, okay. So yes. Oh, so yes, you live in different places. You travel. So yes. Okay. So but the gift is that she lives close, and we connected through Sharon Bean.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. So we're really honored and privileged to have you as a guest today. And then of course, on the end, we got Judy Marlowe Ratway. Woo! And hi, Bobby. Say hi.
Hi.
Bobby's off camera because he's got some special meetings today, right, Bobby? Yes. So okay, so we're gonna actually let's talk about Sharon Bean in the American Stroke Association because that is the connection as some. Oh, and I want to give thanks to Judy who's in the audience as well. Woo! Judy is traveled in with Darnell today, and we're blessed and gifted to really have connected today, you know. And that's why I said God is so good because
Yes, he is.
you know the connection and the way that we you know my telethon words are together we are lifting our voices and changing the face of strokes and aphasia around the world.
I like
So and with you know the connection that we made, we're going to help each other get whatever or bring more awareness
Yes.
to strokes.
We sure.
So how did you well, first of all, Sharon, we know Sharon because of Judy. Judy knew Sharon, and Sharon was
Yes.
you're the one that connected. Tell us
Yeah.
about it. Oh, there's Michael.
Okay.
Wait 1 second. We have to answer the phone. Do you want me to answer it? Okay.
Madhouse TV.
Hello? Hello?
Hi, Michael.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm
Hi,
good.
Mike.
I'm going to call Renee. Renee wanted me to call in and, you know, make some announcements and gratify myself and make myself out to be some kind of...
You're on the air. Michael?
Oh, I wasn't ready to call in yet, but I guess you made me ready.
Yes.
You're
Yes.
there.
Well, let me just share, like, make the connection with everybody. Michael, we have a guest on the show today who you could say hi to, Michael. Her name is Darnell. She
Hi,
is
Darnell.
Hi, Mr. Michael. How are you?
I saw your video. I was so impressed. I just stopped playing. It was wonderful.
Okay, thank you so much. And I heard great things about you.
yes,
Oh,
yes.
well, I try, and I try, and I try.
Yeah. Well, Michael is a board member of mine. And I really wanted him to come on because we need to pray for Michael because Michael's going in for a surgery.
Okay.
On when you doing the surgery, Michael?
I'm going into the surgery on Thursday this week
Okay.
at St. John's Riverside Hospital in Yonkers for a total knee replacement.
Oh.
And I just want to say that I've been going through this pain and this problem for about 3 years. And I've had a lot of stress in my life for the past few years. And I completely neglected my own health. And I have to say that stress is a very, very big and really, really important cause of stroke and of heart attacks because I believe that my stress has caused me to have my stroke back in the year 2000, and it also caused me to have my heart attack, which involved me having to have a triple bypass surgery.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah.
Again, the stress, and also, well, it doesn't sound like it's a terrible word, but it really is a lot worse than it actually is. It sounds like stress is a very, very bad thing to have. You have to try to control it. And my stroke was caused by stress.
Yeah. Well, you know.
And, I just want anybody out there to just try to take a look at themselves. I know it's a lot harder to do than to talk about it, but you have to try to calm yourself down because you can cause yourself a lot more pain and discomfort and horrible things with stress.
Yeah. I know. I just have a question for Janine? Can you hear Michael talking, Janine? Very low.
Let me get a real phone.
Let me see. Can you hear Michael? Can you talk?
Yeah, I can talk. A little
That's
bit better.
Okay, yes, yes. Well, we really want you to call in because we love you and we're praying for you, and we wanted to everybody around the world to send out prayers and thoughts for you, and especially on Thursday when you have your surgery. And Tommy said he's praying for you.
We're all
And-
We'll all pray. Yeah.
Tommy is he's royalty on this planet, and so is Janine, and so are all you people over at the Stroke of Luck.
Yes,
And
yeah.
that's why I'm involved with you people, because I really believe in it, and I know that the people out there who are watching you are public who should just sit up and take notice so they can know this is really an important message that Renee Marie is getting out there.
Yes.
Thank
You
you.
again, Darnell, for appearing on the show, because
Thank
it's
you.
just a testament that it's a lot more common than people
Okay.
seem to realize.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna let you go because the volume is very, 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 very low. I don't know why.
I
And
think you know what it is? I hate to say this. Let me see if I can get a little bit closer to my phone. I'm having a problem with my cell phone. I'm on my cell phone.
that's
And
okay.
it's not because of my cell phone, but it's because of this defibrillator that's put implanted inside of me that's interfering with the signals that I get
Yes,
from my phone.
yes.
That's some sick stuff.
Yeah, I know, but we really, I really just want you to call in so that we could pray for you, Michael.
Yes.
You know,
Thank you so very
so
much. Have
we,
a great show, and I will be back soon.
yes,
Thank you.
we'll. I'll talk to you later on, okay?
And there
All
you
right.
have it.
Thank you. But there you have it. That's a production company. There you have it. Bye, Michael.
Bye.
Okay. Yay! So Michelangelo, he's a board member of ours, and he's really a dear friend. And I met Michael through Bobby Baby Walker,
Oh,
so
wow.
I'm gifted. Anyway, back to what we were discussing before. Okay, so we're gonna just set a trail for people so that they can understand. So Judy and I connected, and then you were associated with Sharon Bean,
Yes.
and then Sharon actually Judy's been getting names of
Right,
survivors.
I've been putting ads in the paper, articles in the paper saying that I'm looking for stroke survivors, and I called Sharon and I said, do you have any stroke survivors for me to interview? And she gave me your name.
And Sharon's an angel.
Yes,
Yeah.
she is an angel.
Sharon, you're
I
an
love
angel.
Sharon Bean.
Yes. So, let's give us a little bit of like history, like a short bio of yourself. Like, what were you doing up
Before
until
the stroke.
before the stroke?
Okay, I worked in the district attorney's office for about 30 years, approximately. Corp counsel before that, doing USDL cases and paternity cases, and then I was in charge of ex parte hearings for domestic violence.
Wow.
Then I worked in sex crimes for a while, and then they knew I was in the entertainment field. So they created actually a position for me as
Wow.
executive director of their radio. I was on 91.5 FM. It was a live show.
Wow.
It sprung out of a program that we started called Legalize, where we teach fifth graders law. And so once I did that, I was with Legalize for a while. I had volunteered my services for, I think, 20 years. And then there was an opening, so I got the opening. I was very, very
And
happy.
once again, we
How
say
exciting.
God is good.
Yes. And then the host that was doing a radio show, she was leaving, and she trained me. They put me in a position. Then after that, they made me go to school for television.
Wow. I would love that.
I-
I would love that.
I was like,
Where did you go to school?
I went to BCAT down in Brooklyn, and I got my
would
certification
love-
as
I
a
would love to
producer
go.
and also the editing suite. So that's where I started. And then just before I had the stroke, I had started a television program. I was the host, but I also was executive producer. So I was in charge of getting the budget and the gas and the transportation and the food and everything. And so we actually I have a tape of it. I'll show you one day. So we actually did our first show. It was called Your News. The name of the show was
Right.
Your News and Views. And it was on BCAT, which is Time Warner, 35. Don't quote me.
Right.
Right.
I don't think it's 35. But anyway, so we started and we did it, and I had my staff and everything, and then I had the stroke.
So we're like give us like the day of your stroke. Like give us like
What was happening?
yeah, well, I mean, like what time it happened and what you were doing prior and how you were feeling prior, and did you have any awareness signs?
Well, what
or-
happened was I had major abdominal surgery, on my intestines, and I wanted to go back to work. And my major doctor, Dr. Schlam, I had been with him for like 20 years. And he's like, Darnell, I didn't do the surgery, so you have to be under the doctor that did your surgery. And so I was telling the doctor, I want to go back to work.
Yeah.
Because I love my job. And he's
Right.
like, you can't go back to work because you know, I went back without him giving me permission. I went back and they said, you can't be here. Where's your doctor's note? Go home. They sent me home. So I said, I want to go back to work. So I was going to the 2 doctors. They said, you have to be home. So I was home recuperating. And that day I felt okay. I sat in the chair and I was just putzing around the house and everything. And all of a sudden I got this cramp in my leg.
Like a
my
Charlie
left leg.
horse?
Yeah,
type
it felt like a Charlie horse. And so when you grow up, you have little different things that you do when you get a Charlie horse. I won't go into it. And then one of the last things I did was I was trying to do ballerina spins, like do some ballet.
Yes.
Right.
Because I thought it was a Charlie horse. I figured it'd go away.
Now, how did you, like, what made you think about doing ballerina spins? What were you taught in your life that ballerina spins was something that you would do? I'm curious.
Well, I thought
because
they would get the Charlie horse out of my leg. I thought it was a circulation challenge.
Did you always dance?
As a kid, I wanted to actually be a ballerina.
That's
Okay.
That's very
that's-
interesting. I had that
yeah.
thought too.
Okay,
Yeah.
and so whenever I would get a chance around the house, I would do my spins. My spotting and my spins. So I figured if I do that, the cramp will go away, but it didn't go away.
Wow.
Until my husband called.
Isn't it funny, excuse me one second, isn't it funny, ironic, or just the way life goes that we always go back to the principles we learned as children, right?
Yes.
Right? I mean, that's why it's so important to teach children the
Yes.
principles, the things that will help them as they grow, because our minds are like memories, right?
Yeah,
We
sponge.
and we always go back to things we've learned, what we're used to. So it's pretty interesting.
Well, I didn't think about this before, but you made me think about something. As a kid, I wanted to be an entertainer. But my mother said that she saw so much more for me, so she wouldn't allow me to go into that field. And so I think I kept trying stuff that I like to do.
Right,
And I've always
right.
liked ballet because I did Swan Lake. That was my first
Oh,
one.
that was beautiful.
And I used to practice every day, and I still always try to go see that. Well, I haven't seen it in a while, but I used to try to go see that every year.
Wow.
Because that's close to
Wow.
my heart. But anyway, so my husband called me, and he says,
And how do you feel when you're watching Swan
Oh,
Lake? Like
I
does
love
it does
it.
it just put you in this magical,
Yes, it
distant,
does.
like beautiful world?
yes. And my favorite ballet is actually Firebird,
Oh,
which one of the ladies just did. But anyway, so my husband called me, and I have this big cranberry chair that I sit in to be comfortable. And he said, what are you doing? And I said, oh, I'm just relaxing. He said, why don't you get dressed? I'm going to take you to breakfast. So I said, okay. So he got home really quick, and I'm like, how did he get home so fast? He said to me that my speech was slurred. I didn't hear it.
yeah.
I was more concerned about the crap that wouldn't go
Right.
away.
No, I don't know. This is news to me. Is cramps a sign of strokes?
Not that I know.
No, and that's why I didn't know what it was,
Yeah.
because I had a cramp, and I speak to survivors all the time, and there's one other woman on my team that we have, she had also a cramp.
Wow.
So
Well,
I
But
don't know.
the speech is a definite sign.
Right, so he
Well, yeah.
he knew my speech. I didn't even tell him about the cramp in my leg, but he said my speech wasn't right for him.
Right.
And he said my speech was slurred, so he took off of work and he came
Wow.
to get me. So I was dressed, and he said, okay, put me in a car, and he said, where's Dr. Schlam today? Is he at work? And I said, oh, he's probably at the hospital. He said, that hospital there? I said, yes. He said, okay, well, we're going to go see him. Because he said he didn't want to alarm me.
Right.
So he took
did
me
the
to
right
the,
thing.
so he took me to the hospital, and he said in back of me, he was telling the doctor, I think she's having a mini stroke. So the doctor took us right in,
For a
put us
CAT
on the
scan.
bed, and relaxed me for a minute, and then he took me downstairs to do the MRI. And he was taking his gloves off. He said to my husband, no, I don't think your wife's having a mini stroke. She's having a full-blown stroke right
Wow.
now.
Now-
And they got me, they hooked me up and
Oh my
everything.
God! Now this was my question when we were reviewing your information.
Okay.
Now, how did your husband know the signs? Like,
Because he's a prior stroke patient.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Thank God.
You never mentioned that.
Oh, well.
No, but these are the types of things that you start
Yes.
thinking about because if it wasn't for him,
Yes, I don't think I would be alive today. Really. I mean, throughout
You
my
owe him.
whole ordeal,
You owe him.
yeah, I don't think that I would be alive today.
Right,
If
right.
it wasn't for him having a stroke before, I wouldn't be alive. I wouldn't.
and it was because the truth is that a lot of people have strokes and they aren't aware that they need to learn the signs. It's just something that happens. It doesn't matter. They're not aware like we are
Right,
of the
exactly.
purpose in life. But your husband knew. He learned. He knew.
Yes.
He knew the signs
Right. And
of a stroke.
He said he knew I was having. He thought it was a mini stroke, though. He didn't
wow.
think it was a major.
Well, because that's another confirmation that you don't know about what's going on in the brain.
right.
Right.
You could be looking at somebody, they could be talking, they could be slurring, but you don't know what's happening up here.
Right.
And that's really
So
very
they put me in
interesting.
ICU for a while, and then when I was getting ready to go home, he had gone to work, and they didn't tell me that I was coming home that day. So sometimes he go to work, I can't contact him, so they sent me home.
Wow.
And
They sent you home that day?
no.
Oh,
After
oh.
was in ICU for a while, I couldn't walk and talk. I was frightened.
Well, your brain went through a trauma.
I was going crazy because I couldn't, every time they would come in, my arm would like drop back down. And so I did have my cell phone on me that day, or no, the next day. And it hadn't, God works in a mysterious way, because it was ringing. And so the nurse, I said, can you answer my phone? Because I found out that you're not supposed to answer the phone in ICU, but she did.
Oh.
And it was one of my prayer partners.
Wow.
And she put the phone to my ear, and I literally did like this, And she said, listen to me, I knew something was wrong with you. Her name is Estelle Fonseca.
Yeah.
She's like my prayer partner for like over 30 years. And she said, I knew there was something wrong with you.
Wow.
I just felt there was something wrong with you. And she said,
Wow.
don't you worry about it. I already have my prayer team, and we're
Working
praying
on it.
for you.
Wow. That's incredible.
And so every time the phone before it died down, the nurse would answer it. And people hadn't heard from me, so they were calling, and they would say, we got you, we're going to pray for you. And so
Wow.
I was saying to myself, I said, HELL, I'm not going out like this.
Right.
I couldn't
Right.
talk, really. And I was paralyzed on my right side. And so every day I kept saying, no, I can't go out like this. And I kept visualizing myself being back to work, walking down the corridor in my heels, saying, I'm back and I'm better than ever.
Well, that probably
and I
helped
kept
you.
that.
How long did
Yeah.
it take you to be able to talk again? Or to,
It took me over a year.
and with therapy?
Yes,
How soon
I
did the
was-
therapy start?
I don't recall off the top of my head, but I remember Dr. Schlam. They kept me in physical therapy for a while. Matter of fact, my boss came, and the first one that got me out of the wheelchair into the walker. And so Dr. Schlam said, I'm going to get you into Kessler Institute. Kessler Institute was the best.
One of the best.
Really, they were the best. And so they did speech therapy on me. They're the ones that explained to me that I had aphasia. I'm like, I would not accept it. And so they had to teach me actually how to read, write again, and how to just be able to read, because I couldn't read.
I remember, and this is in my book as well, I remember going to speech therapy.
Right.
And like I was telling you both this before when we were talking, that sometimes my memories are from me being a spirit, up above.
Okay.
And I remember them putting a book in front of me, The Boy Ran, and not being able to say it.
Right.
And I mean, something
Right.
so simple
You can't.
as
Yeah.
The Boy Ran. And that's that. And another thing that happens in my life is I always hear God saying to remember this particular moment. There's pinpoint moments in my life that He wants me to remember. He doesn't want me to forget where I am and what I should be doing. So He always says to me, remember this moment, which I'm sharing with everybody out there to remember that moment. So I understand, how it was to read. Did you have the same experience?
Yeah, what happened was, the lady came down to tell me something. I don't know where she came from, and she was trying to make me understand stuff. And my speech therapist said, she's not going to understand what you're talking about. And the lady just couldn't. She kept repeating it. And she said she doesn't understand what you're saying. Stop.
Well, you know what's so interesting, and this I have a disagreement with the medical field. Well, because I look from the inside out. I was a stroke patient. I know what it feels like to have aphasia. So what
Not a pretty picture.
No, but I think I have a disagreement with the medical field. I did hear this a few times, but what I want to say is that sometimes they explain aphasia as a brain trauma, that you can't communicate with somebody. But to me, sometimes I'm looking at somebody and I don't understand what they're saying.
Well, it's funny that you would say that because the reason why I say that Kessler's the best because I went to other physical therapies waiting to get into Kessler, and it was not help. And you're right, aphasia is, and people don't understand. I can talk to you. When you talk back to me, I told you that you have to make sure
That you
I understand what you're saying, because sometimes people talk to me and it sounds like gibberish.
Yeah.
And
people are talking to me, and they're looking me in the face, and I'm not getting it, and I still have that.
Not too often.
Not 96% of the time. I'm fine. Because I've defragmented my brain. Dom helped me defragment my brain, which is a whole nother show. But.
I want to learn about that.
Yeah. So what were we talking? Oh, that sometimes they'll be and I just go like this. But one of the principles that Dom taught me is it's okay. It's okay. You don't have to know right now.
Okay.
We can always go back at another point.
I like that.
But
some people try to push you.
I'm telling you, Dom is he really was a mentor to me, and a confidant and a life coach and all that, and a good friend. And that was one of the things that I always remember now.
Because
when somebody,
I think if they push you and they keep saying it over
Right,
and over,
but-
it makes you more tense.
Right.
You're not getting it.
That's
and
what it's
you're not
about.
going to be able to relax. You're too tense.
That's what it's about. That's why people, that's why when people keep coming and coming, that's why, only because he is a people, he's been a coach, and he's been a boss, and he's been an individual who worked for many people around the world, not only in our culture. He understands cultures. He understands people.
You can hear it in his voice.
What's that?
You can hear it in his voice.
Yes. He's a.
But I find that people really, they look at,
Yes.
like we're looking at you,
Yeah,
and they think
I
there's
look
nothing.
fine. Nothing wrong with me. No, Bobby, keep quiet over there.
They look at you, and when they do that, just said, stop.
Yeah.
I am a stroke survivor, not one, not two, not three, but 4 strokes. And I have challenges. I stopped them.
Yeah,
right
but
now.
you know what? This is really important. I know you're gonna. I'm sorry, Judy. Absolutely know you're gonna agree with me. Sometimes I don't want to say I'm a stroke survivor, because then they go to this.
Right.
No, they slow down.
Yeah, but some people like look at you differently. Don't look at me differently. Just respect me. Just respect the place I'm in. Just have compassion. Just work with me. I don't want
Okay.
that. I mean, does that make sense to you?
Yeah, I haven't experienced that, but usually, especially because I call my bank every day. Because I do have a challenge with words and numbers. Definitely
Okay.
numbers. I think you experienced that with me, right? And when I call the bank, sometimes I have advisors around me. They're like, you have to tell them up front that you have challenges. You just go call them. So some of them are nice and they're slow, but when they start, I say, excuse me, I forgot to tell you. I have some challenges, some major challenges, and you have to go really slow with me. Some of them get mad at me because they have to repeat stuff. Like, I find sometimes people have to repeat stuff to me about 4 times, and I'll get it.
Well,
They should have compassion and not
They
be
don't,
angry at
all
you,
the time.
because God forbid it could happen to them.
Yeah.
But people don't understand. I feel that a lot of people don't understand.
They don't understand it.
People that have strokes, and then how would they? They've probably never been exposed to it. They don't understand what you go through, and they're just looking at me physically, like I'm sure they look at you, and they, she's fine, there's nothing wrong. I think that strokes are invisible wounds.
Can I ask you a quick question? Can you name the 4 types of stroke you had? You had 2
I had
hemorrhages.
two
but
different types.
You also had an
Wow.
eye stroke? What was that?
Well, I haven't I haven't gotten into it, but I just was in the hospital in November. And the thalamus controls the certain parts of the body, and the eyes is one of them.
Wow.
And so they didn't know at the time that I had a stroke in my eye.
Wow. That's pretty.
It was blurry?
And yeah, did you?
Yeah.
Because when I had mine, I had a severe headache. I had a
Right.
severe headache before, and I went and played softball. I meant to coach the softball team anyway, but my father said I was complaining. I had a severe, severe headache.
Really?
You know? Yeah. Yeah.
I get headaches now. I get headaches practically every day.
Wow.
And I asked my doctor why. She's like, it goes with the territory, don't it?
Wow.
So
Wow.
you have to
Wow.
suffer from headaches.
Oh my gosh. Janine, can we take that break we were gonna take? The one break? And then when we go out, we're gonna be doing a little track of home. In the next segment, we're gonna show you a phenomenal, inspirational moment in time where Darnell went back to the stage to sing, and we'll talk about the fact that she is a phenomenal singer in her history with music, and moving forward, how we're gonna use music as a language of love. We'll be right back.
Galaxy Luxury Coach is a full-service limousine and party bus company. Family-owned and operated, we are an industry leader with over 25 years of experience in providing best-in-class luxury transportation for your special event. Whether it's your precious wedding day, an all-day wine tour out east, your high school prom, that special birthday, or just an amazing night on the town, our professional chauffeurs stand ready to ensure your special event is truly special. Galaxy Luxury Coach has one of the largest and modern party bus fleets in the New York area. Our party buses are simply nightclubs on wheels. Concert sound systems, light shows, lasers and strobes, multicolor LED lighting brilliantly lights your party bus inside and out. For corporate and more laid-back events, we will cater to your specific needs and requests. What sets Galaxy aside from all others in the luxury transportation industry is our attention to detail in customizing our services to your special event. At Galaxy, it's all about you and your guests. Galaxy customers return time and time again because they know they can trust Galaxy to help deliver those lifetime memorable moments. Step aboard and let your Galaxy experience begin.
Stretching under sedation or manipulation under anesthesia is a very gentle, very precise procedure to very slowly release any scar tissue that is formed as a result of a traumatic injury. Many people ask, how does this work? Will I get hurt? Will you stretch me too far? We only stretch the body part to its normal range of motion. After completing the post-MUA rehabilitation program, it's very common that our patients say to us, hey, I can play ball with my kid again. Hey, I can bowl again. Hey, I can enjoy hiking again. This is what makes it rewarding to us as practitioners.
Galaxy Luxury Coach is a full-service limousine and party bus company. Family owned and operated, we are an industry leader with over 25 years of experience in providing best-in-class luxury transportation for your special event. Whether it's your precious wedding day, an all-day wine tour out east, your high school prom, that special birthday, or just an amazing night on the town, our professional chauffeurs stand ready to ensure your special event is truly special. Galaxy Luxury Coach has one of the largest and modern party bus fleets in the New York area. Our party buses are simply nightclubs on wheels. Concert sound systems, light shows, lasers and strobes, multicolor LED lighting brilliantly lights your party bus inside and out. For corporate and more laid-back events, we will cater to your specific needs and requests. What sets Galaxy aside from all others in the luxury transportation industry is our attention to detail in customizing our services to your special event. At Galaxy, it's all about you and your guests. Galaxy customers return time and time again because they know they can trust Galaxy to help deliver those lifetime memorable moments. Step aboard and let your Galaxy experience begin.
Hi, welcome to Renee Marie's Stroke of Luck. We're having an outstanding, awesome, inspirational, wonderful show today. We really are. I love the way the conversation's going, and we have a dear, very special guest today, Darnell. So thank you for coming once again, Darnell. It's really an honor, you know,
It's
the
an
way.
honor to be here as well.
Oh, thank you. And of
Thank
course,
you.
Judy, we
You're
don't have to go into Judy. Judy, I keep talking about Judy and Bobby and Michael and my whole team, who is phenomenal. I'm blessed. I am so blessed. And so we're gonna. I think. Well, let's start out with this. Let's start out with your story about your music and how music, you know, inspires you in life.
Well, when I was a little girl, I used to go to rehearsal with my father. He sang with the Flamingos.
Oh.
And so I used to always go to rehearsal.
Bobby's ears went like this, huh?
So I would always
See, and I asked you if you wanted to come up. You can come up if you want.
he would take me to rehearsal with him. And so I was like, you know, giggly little girl. And then a lot of times they wouldn't like allow me to go to the shows because I was very, very young, but they would bring me pictures and I was always excited. And so then my cousin got us into singing. So I used to sing professionally with the Institutional Children's Choir. I was one of the original
Oh, my
members.
God.
So we used to travel around to sing at Carnegie Hall and Lincoln Center and Apollo Theater, and we was on television every Saturday morning at 9, Channel 9.
Oh,
and
wow.
so we used to sing and we made albums and whatever. And then I didn't want to sing anymore for other reasons. I don't really want to go into it now. And so I vowed never to sing again.
Oh my God.
Yes. And what happened was what made me go back into singing, that one year we lost so many people in our family. Two of my sisters, and it was just, my family was just so sad.
What was happening?
And they were
Could
sick.
you mind if I ask how your sisters passed?
Oh yeah. My sister had a cerebral hemorrhage. Actually, it runs in my family, and my mother and I are the only two that survived.
It's like
Everybody
a
else
lemon
passed.
today, like or an onion. We're peeling and finding out so much information. You know. Go ahead anyway.
So she had a cerebral hemorrhage, and that's how I learned about strokes.
Oh my
A little.
gosh.
And so I said, what can I do? What can I do to make them happy? They look so, everybody's so sad.
Yeah.
So a friend of mine, she was in a singing group, and she says, Darnell, can you sing? And I said, I don't know. I haven't sang since I was a little girl. She said, well, we need somebody. Can you come audition?
Wow.
So I said, okay. And the same reason why I stopped singing is the same reason why I didn't want to go.
Right.
So the director loved me. He was like, oh, and he gave me 2 solo pieces, and of course the ladies in the group was ready to kill me. And my sisters, the whole family came, and they was so happy. So it's like, oh my God, I could sing and make them happy. So I was happy.
What were the songs?
I don't even.
You don't remember?
recall,
Okay.
no.
That's okay.
He wrote them for me,
Oh.
and so there wasn't songs you know. And we sang at Indigo Blues. That's the club. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but that was. I sang, and Sharon Lee sang was the person who got me to sing.
Wow.
And then my sister said, oh, we could tell which ones gave you the hardest time. And so I said, I'm going to sing on my own again. I'm going to work on this fear, because I had a fear of singing again. And I said, I'm going to work on this fear.
Wow.
And so I did. And then I got into a car accident. And my mother and I were together for the 5 months. And then I said, I'm going to sing.
Wow.
And so I went back to the singing experience with Linda Emil Burns. She's the first one that got me into singing again. And she coached me. And I sang, and then she worked with me on my concert. And then I started doing concerts every year.
Now, okay, so that was a singing experience where the video that we
Right,
have
exactly.
that we're going to show.
Oh, we're going to show it?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
definitely gonna
Yeah, we're
show
going to
it.
show it because it really. So just before we show it, now the singing experience was this when you and was it like 11 years later you went back
Right, right.
after your strokes?
Yes. I went back, I called Linda up, and I said, I don't know if I can sing again, and I really don't know my voice anymore. And I said, I have to rediscover who I am. And I said, can I come and sing? And she said, sure. So I realized from that, because I used to do concerts, and they were very easy, and all the people from the office would come. But I realized from that I couldn't really do a concert. And if you see the lady who introduces me, she actually was in the back of me holding me up.
Wow.
I had no shoes on, I had on socks. It was really too much for me. And so I told Linda, I can't do the ending songs. And she said, get up here. And so she helped me up.
So the song that
Her name
we're
is
going to
Susan.
say, the song is the final song you sang. Did you sing more songs before this?
No, I was with it was a group project that we
Oh,
were supposed to sing.
oh.
And Judith, Susan, that introduced me before I sang, she was in the back of me holding me up. Because
Okay.
my body had just, like,
Okay.
I couldn't tell that.
it collapsed. But you couldn't tell. But
No.
the people in the audience that knew me knew something was wrong.
Yeah, but you held yourself. I'm telling you, you held yourself
I tried.
as an actor and as a performer. You just get through it.
Yeah.
You're killing yourself inside. You're
Right.
suffering inside. But your cover is very professional.
Well, you
so-
learn that from the DA's office.
Yeah,
Just
I'm
like I
sure.
have
I was
deficits.
Very,
I have deficits, but I learned how to hide them, because in my office you could feel stuff, but you can't show it in court.
Yeah.
You have to put on a
Yeah.
certain type of face and
Yeah.
like a.
But it was
Yeah.
very moving. I was.
Yeah.
You think so?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
I really
So we're
felt it.
gonna show it, and then we're gonna come back and we'll talk a little bit more about it.
So I want to introduce our next star. She has debuted this season at La Scala, at the Viennese Opera House, State Opera House, and also at the Metropolitan Opera, all in one season. Imagine that. Yep. She's in running with Nelson Mandela and the Pope for the Time Magazine Person of the Year, so vote for her. And, I know, little known fact, and she is going to be hosting this week's Saturday Night Live. Please welcome Darnell Collier.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome. You enjoyed the show so far? I did. I'm glad to be here this evening. I'd like to thank all the people who supported me. My godmother, Claude Wren, and her lovely husband, Dr. Myers. And Carol Shedlin. I started the singing experience with her a long time ago. I've been gone from the stage for about 11 years, and I'm really happy to be back here. Thank you to my sister, Pat, and her lovely husband, and my cousin, Carla. And I can't see anybody else. AG, thank you for supporting me. Hi, Mr. M. Who else is there? I can't see. Hi, hon. Well, I just want I want to thank everyone for being with me on my journey. And whoever said that, I love you too. And it sounds like my cousin Carla. Sometimes in life, you get to a crossroad, and either you sink or you swim. I chose to swim. When I think of home, I think of a place where there's love overflowing. I'm glad to be home. I'm glad to be back here with the things I've been knowing. Wind that makes the tall grass bend into leaning. Suddenly the raindrops that fall have a meaning, sprinkling the scene makes it all clean. Maybe there's a chance for me to come back now that I have some direction. It sure is nice to be back home where there's love and affection. And just maybe I can convince time to slow up, give him enough time in my life to grow up. Time has been my friend. It let me start again. Suddenly my world went and changed its face, but I still know where I'm going. I had my mind spun around in space, yet I've watched it growing. If you're listening, God, please don't make it hard to know we should believe in those things that we see. Tell us, should we try to stay or should we run away? Would it be better just to let things be? Living here in this brand new world can't be a fantasy, because it's taught me to love. So it's real, it's real to me. I've learned that we must look inside our hearts to find a world full of love like yours, like mine, like home. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Wow. You want to know a little bit about me? Yeah. I don't know what to say. Okay. Well, let me see. Worked in the DA's office for about almost 30 years. And they knew that I was part of the entertainment field, so they created a job for me. They made me executive producer of their radio show and television. And I was a casting director, and every week we would teach fifth graders about law. And I did that for about 20-something years. And I miss the children sometimes, and I miss everyone at the office. I've been home for a little while. And today is the beginning of the rest of my life. I wanted to sing again to see if I could still sing. So, Carol, I'm so glad to see you here and everyone that's here. Well.
So I want to introduce our next star. She has debuted this season at La Scala.
Wow. That was, when I watched that, and I, was doing my research on all my guests, and, seeing, questions I'm going to ask them, and conversations we're going to be holding, and in my world, I do my homework and then we wing it. Because as I say, winging is approved, recommended, and approved.
It's best act.
Because it makes it natural. It makes it
Yes.
natural. It's not about, and whatever God wants us to talk about that day, that's what we're going to share. So, but I was really moved, and there's a few pinpoint moments in that. But one of the moments that really touched me is when she said, right before she began to sing, and she said, correct me if I'm wrong. She said, sometimes in life you reach a crossroad. You either sink or you swim, and I chose
To
to
swim.
swim. That was magical. That was
Really?
magical. It was magical because the way you presented it, and in such a soft and tender way, it really touches hearts. In my world, I hear people when they whisper better than they scream.
Yeah. Oh,
Right?
yes, yes.
I hear them, and it was just the approach that you had, and you were really so humbled about being present at that moment. So it was very good.
Yeah, Linda said, "Oh, do a setup," and I'm like, I don't know what to say. And then one day I was just practicing a song, and it just came from the
Yeah,
heart.
yeah.
And so I said, "Is that okay?" And she said, "Yes, and that's what you're
That's
going to
it.
do."
That's good. Tell us about because I know you told us before that that you went to school. They sent you to school. They set up
They made me a television producer.
yeah.
It was so funny because I would come home at night and my daughter would help me with the homework, and everybody else in the class, they were part of television shows.
Yeah.
And I was like, they were talking Greek. I said, "Listen, this is Greek to me. I don't know what you're talking about. So you have to go really slow." But anyway, I didn't think I would graduate. I was so nervous. My daughter was laughing at me every night. We would study. She would study.
How long
with
a
me.
course was it?
It was a while. And every day I had to go to work, but I had to go to the studio.
I would love that. I want to do that.
And it's a lot of work, and it's fun.
When you love something,
Right.
It's
can do
not. It's not work. It's something
I'll tell you how to do it. I'll tell you how to break into
I
it.
would love that.
And so it's good I'm glad now that they made me go to school for it. Because a lot of the producers, because you have to work on, well, the way BCAT is, you have to work on other producers' shows. And you can do 4 specials a year, but you have to work on 4 people's shows. And so I bet a lot of different producers, and some of us are friends to this day, and one of them is going to do cover
Wow.
the symposium for
Wow.
me on
Well,
October 24th.
funny. That's a great lead.
We want to hear about it.
We could have. Did you do that on purpose, or did God
We
just
wanted
like?
to
Yeah, God
hear
did
about
that.
Because that was the next thing that we were
Okay.
gonna. Because we only have a few more minutes before we're gonna sing at the end, and we only need about 4 or 5 minutes at the end. So, but I really wanted to. This is. I always tell all my guests, like, this is an important time in the show to make sure that we make everybody aware of things that are important in your life. And I know that the symposium is important, and also a cause you're doing for the American Stroke Association, which is phenomenal. I keep saying it, and I'll say it until the end of time. The American Stroke Association
Yes.
is phenomenal. It's
They taught me a
phenomenal.
lot, and I learned
Yes.
a lot from them. Like I was sitting at Sharon Bean's desk, and we were talking because they were always teaching me stuff, and they invite me to different symposiums. So I go, and we were talking about the last symposium. And Lord and behold, I open up this folder that she gives me, and explains the difference between a heart attack and a cardiac arrest. And I learned so much from the Stroke Association. That's why right now I have a team. We have a team. There's like 13 of us, right, Judy? There's about 13 of us, and we're all raising funds for the September 20th walk. We're going to do the walk. I used to be the Red Cap ambassador in 2009, but I couldn't be part of it anymore because of, like I said, when I was wearing those shoes I told you about, I told you you can't wear platform, I broke my foot. Anyway, but I still did the walk. But we're doing the walk again. I called them and said, okay, I'm ready, because they kept saying, whenever you're ready, come back. So I said, okay, I will. So we're doing a walk on September 20th. We have a nice team.
Well, before you continue, when you get a chance, send me the information, because I'll publicize it.
I have
I'll
it with
post
me
it on
today.
our. Yeah, but can you
I
have a link
it
or
with me.
something?
I have it with me in my bag.
All right, give it to Judy, because Judy can send it to
Okay,
me via
I will.
email, and I'll post it on our and I'll put it on the bottom of this when I clip this, and just so we can support your cause.
Yeah, the name of our team is One Heart many lives.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And then we also have an email. It's the letter 1, heart, many lives at
Wow.
gmail.com. And I, give it
Yeah,
to you.
but like I said, we'll post all that information
Okay.
on both our websites, our Stroke of Luck website, on Facebook, on social media, the whole thing.
Yeah, there's
yes.
13
So-
of us.
So it's on September 20th?
Is the walk in Brooklyn, New York. It's
Okay.
September 20 is the actual walk for the American Heart and Stroke Association. We're raising funds for that. But we're also raising funds for the symposium that we're going to have on October 20th, because I feel like that we need to share our stories. We need to also get caretakers in there, because, to be honest with you, I really don't know how my husband was my caretaker, because he had another stroke this year, and I became his caretaker. And I was
That's a whole
like-
nother show.
I was like, oh my God. I said, I have to have this.
We have to have him on next.
I have to have this symposium so that the stroke survivors and their families could understand, as survivors and also as caretakers, what we need to share our story. Because
Right.
by us sharing our story, it can minimize people having 2 and 3 strokes. If I knew what I knew now, I wouldn't have had 4 strokes.
Right,
Trust me.
right.
But it's so close to my heart, and everyone that's on my team, they either have suffered a stroke or there was a caretaker. So that's why we put this together, and we're raising funds, so we want to have this symposium, because it's something that's needed. It's something
And,
that's
and,
needed.
and once again, and I know you agree with me that, raising funds is really, really important, because
It is.
you can't keep going without the funds. However, the biggest part of that is the awareness.
Right, and that's what I'm having the symposium
Yes,
for.
yes.
The awareness. You have to be aware of things. Like, I have show patients that call me all the time, and this guy called me last night, and he says, the day before I said, and he says, I walk 3 miles a day. I know he wasn't walking 3 miles a day. And I said, so how do you feel? And he says, I feel fine, but he's not fine because he can't speak.
Yeah.
So I know he's not doing the work.
Well, there's if you ever run across somebody, the Adler's Aphasia Center in Maywood, New Jersey. Phenomenal.
And he's from the Bronx.
Yeah.
And I said to him, I think that, because when I went to physical therapy for the speech, not everybody is advanced as Kessler Institute. And so
And where are they located?
They're in New Jersey, and I'll get the information
Yeah.
for you. They're not as advanced. Actually, the founder of Kessler founded because of his wife.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So they have a different view than other people, because when I went to physical therapy for the speech, had I not gone to Kessler, I probably wouldn't be speaking.
Wow.
They gave me exercises for like a good hour, and then I had homework for an hour. And if they gave me
Wow.
25 to do, I did like 150.
Wow. I was, my stroke was in Valley Hospital in Ridgewood, New Jersey. And I'm actually, because of a good friend, and I'll tell you the story another time, Michelle, she called, she works for Valley Hospital, and she called somebody in the hospital. She said, she would really be a good ambassador for strokes in the hospital. And they put me on this committee that I'm on, and so
Good,
yeah,
excellent, 'cause it's
yeah.
needed.
Yeah.
It's really needed.
But I tell you this, I know on the backside of the industry, the doctors, it blows me away what they talk about and how they're trying to save each second from
Yeah, they are.
someone.
They've made a lot of
They're-
changes.
It's incredible. It's incredible.
A
It's
lot of
incredible.
changes. They're
It's
trying
incredible.
to really, and I think it started from the American Heart and Stroke Association.
Oh,
We
yeah.
used to be the number 3rd killer. Then we went to the 4th.
Number 5 we're now.
Now we're number
Number
5.
five.
Yeah.
We're number 5. Yeah, I was going to say that before.
Yeah,
We're number 5, which is about awareness. It's about
Yes,
awareness. It's
awareness.
about awareness. Reiterate about your 2 fundraisers
Okay.
and your symposium and your.
September 20th is for the American Heart and Stroke Association. I feel that I owe them,
Oh my God.
and I want to do something for them.
And
so I'm
anything
gonna
I could
the
do
walk.
that you need me
Okay.
to do,
I'm doing the walk for them, and so we're raising funds for that. But on the second piece is awareness. And that's why I'm having a symposium, because I really feel that...
What's this, I mean, because, I didn't know this until I looked it up. So what is a symposium? What's the definition of symposium? Because most people out there are probably going, what is a symposium?
A symposium is really where you get...
Because I did it before.
You get medical data.
Oh.
And some of my doctors are coming, because I want to show, this is what I say. Humpty Dumpty had for all the king horses and all the king men. Couldn't get Humpty Dumpty together again. But these doctors got me together again. So the first thing I want the audience is to meet my team. They got me back together again. It wasn't only medical doctor, it was a team.
Right.
And I want, there's going to be a time in there where we share what we heard and what I did to get my life back together again.
Right,
because
right.
people always ask me, what did you do? So now I'm going to show people exactly the steps I took to get to where I am. And just like if you show up, I want you to be able to share with people what you did to get to where you are.
And
because
you
I'm amazed you have a face here and you work. So I mean, I was really taken back, and I take my hat off to you.
Oh, thank you.
And then we have
So
a lot of stroke
when is
patients.
this, when is your?
October 24th.
October 24th.
We're raising funds. We're going to have a GoFund when it comes up, and
Yeah, you're
you're
going to
gonna
show me
help
how
me
to do
with
it.
it.
Yep, I'm going to help you with it.
So when it's up and running, people can donate money, and what we're going to do is we're going to use the money for the symposium, and all the proceeds that we get, we're going to give it to the American Heart and Stroke Association.
that's
so they'll
awesome.
have two
That's awesome.
donations.
And like I said, leading right into it, Sharon Bean will be our next guest on our next show, and you're going to be calling in
I
that
will definitely
day.
call, and you have to
And
let me
Nancy
know.
will be coming back.
Nancy's coming
McGreen.
back. Yes, man. Did you ever meet Nancy?
Nancy
No?
McGreeny.
Yeah, she's a part of the stroke. She's a volunteer.
Right.
She's a stroke survivor, and she's
Right.
actually
One,
had a,
I might have met her.
Yes.
Because when
Phenomenal.
we had some of the things, in the beginning when we were starting off, before they asked me to become the ambassador in 2009,
yes.
there was a woman that I did meet there,
yes.
and she was a survivor, so it
yeah.
could have been her.
But
And
I
I
don't know.
met her also through
Yeah.
Sharon.
So, well, we're getting the next segment, the next short segment. We're just gonna really wrap up with singing a little song that I sang to you and Judy in the car.
I love that song.
It's a great song.
We have to
and
get him-
Mac,
we have to get
we're
him-
looking for Mac Davis. We want to talk to you, Mac.
Yes, we have to get him on the show.
Yeah, we want to get him on the show. We want to sing with him. We want to. I want to record with him. I want the proceeds of the benefits. The proceeds from this song, the sale of the songs, a portion go to my foundation, and we can use it as a theme show of this telethon.
I think that'd be
and it
nice.
will make your song alive again. It's a phenomenal song. It really takes my
I think
breath
it
away.
will. I think this song will come to life again.
Yes,
It's almost
yes.
like what we were talking about in the car, how Whitney Houston did
Yes,
Dolly Parton's song.
yes. So, but before we close this segment, and then we're going to take a quick break so that we can go to our singing positions, is there anything that you would like to say or state or whatever you feeling from your heart?
Yeah, I just wanted to tell people, if you have someone in your family or a friend or neighbor, whatever, who has a stroke, one thing you said, that sometimes you're there inside, but you have to pull a stroke survivor out. You have to really talk to them and get them out and help them to come back to life again. Because we're inside, but there's a part of us that's not here.
Right.
And we need people. I was fortunate enough to have my husband. He pulled me back out. He moved my paralyzed side until I can move it again. And people really, they have to help them come back again.
Right.
Without that, I don't know if I would be here.
Yeah. Well, the gift is, and we're this honestly is going to be an ongoing conversation, and I'm
Yes.
positive that Darnell will be back on the show, and we're going to be working together in the future. But the one of the things along with what Darnell just said is, they can help us, but we have to do it ourselves.
Right.
We got to
Right.
do it ourselves.
But we do need help.
Yes.
But
So-
you do have to do the work.
Yes.
Yeah.
So thank you, Judy.
You're
Thank
quite
you,
welcome.
Thank you, Judy.
Thank you.
And we're going to be right back.
Galaxy Luxury Coach is a full-service limousine and party bus company. Family owned and operated, we are an industry leader with over 25 years of experience in providing best-in-class luxury transportation for your special event. Whether it's your precious wedding day, an all-day wine tour out east, your high school prom, that special birthday, or just an amazing night on the town, our professional chauffeurs stand ready to ensure your special event is truly special. Galaxy Luxury Coach has one of the largest and modern party bus fleets in the New York area. Our party buses are simply nightclubs on wheels. Concert sound systems, light shows, lasers and strobes, multicolor LED lighting brilliantly lights your party bus inside and out. For corporate and more laid-back events, we will cater to your specific needs and requests. What sets Galaxy aside from all others in the luxury transportation industry is our attention to detail in customizing our services to your special event. At Galaxy, it's all about you and your guests. Galaxy customers return time and time again because they know they can trust Galaxy to help deliver those lifetime memorable moments. Step aboard and let your Galaxy experience begin. Galaxy Luxury Coach is a full-service limousine and party bus company. Family owned and operated, we are an industry leader with over 25 years of experience in providing best-in-class luxury transportation for your special event. Whether it's your precious wedding day, an all-day wine tour out east, your high school prom, that special birthday, or just an amazing night on the town, our professional chauffeurs stand ready to ensure your special event is truly special. Galaxy Luxury Coach has one of the largest and modern party bus fleets in the New York area. Our party buses are simply nightclubs on wheels. Concert sound systems, light shows, lasers and strobes, multicolor LED lighting brilliantly lights your party bus inside and out. For corporate and more laid-back events, we will cater to your specific needs and requests. What sets Galaxy aside from all others in the luxury transportation industry is our attention to detail in customizing our services to your special event. At Galaxy, it's all about you and your guests. Galaxy customers return time and time again because they know they can trust Galaxy to help deliver those lifetime memorable moments. Step aboard and let your Galaxy experience begin.
Stretching under sedation or manipulation under anesthesia is a very gentle, very precise procedure to very slowly release any scar tissue that is formed as a result of a traumatic injury. Many people ask, how does this work? Will I get hurt? Will you stretch me too far? We only stretch the body part to its normal range of motion. After completing the post-MUA rehabilitation program, it's very common that our patients say to us, hey, I can play ball with my kid again. Hey, I can bowl again. Hey, I can enjoy hiking again. This is what makes it rewarding to us as practitioners.
After all the candles are blown out, after the last toast of the night, Cambridge paving stones with Armortech stand the test of time. Beautifully designed, built to last.
Only Cambridge paving stones have Armortech, our unique process that produces a rich, distinctive color.
Create your own memories with Cambridge paving stones. Visit CambridgePavers.com.
Cambridge paving stones with Armortech will always look like new.
This is Beth.
Hi.
Oh, congratulations. When are you due?
I'm not pregnant.
Oh, look at that. Excuse me.
You're totally thin.
You look very sexy.
For life's bleachable moments, all it takes is 3/4 of a cup.
Yo, what's up, y'all? This is me, GMC, in the place to be, the greatest MC in history. There will never be an MC greater than me. And right about now, the only place for you to be is with the one and only Madhouse TV. You are the man. Yo, what's up, y'all? This is me, GMC, in the place to be, the greatest MC in history. There will never be an MC greater than me. And right about now, the only place for you to be is with the one and only Madhouse TV. You are the man.
Welcome back to Renee Marie Stroke of Luck, and I'm Renee Marie, and this was one of the best shows we've ever done. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
And it's all because of Darnell. And Tommy. We want to thank the Madhouse team in the studio, Tommy and Janine. Woo! Yay! They're awesome. They're awesome. We're blessed to have this platform. I keep saying it all the time with Madhouse, because not only do we touch a local area, we touch around the world. So once again, what are we doing? Together we're lifting our voices and changing the face of strokes and aphasia around the world. So woo! That's good. We're going to roll out singing, but I just wanted to thank Darnell so much.
You're welcome.
For being a part of this show. And we've only just begun. That's probably the song we should have sang. Next time. We've only just begun to live. White lace and promises. Okay, we'll stop because we're running out of time. Okay, so thank you, Judy, so much. Thank you, Bobby Baby Walker, for joining us after your meetings. You were busy over there. But we're going to roll out. Janine started. Sorry to take so much time out of your... Woo! Here we go. Thank you, Judy. You're a blessing. You sat there and you gave us your God's love while we're sitting there. Here we go. Well, I can just sit around making music all day long. As long as I'm making my music, I can't do nobody wrong. And who knows, maybe someday I'll come up with a song that makes people want to stop the fussing and fighting just long enough to sing along. Let's go. I believe in music, and I believe in love. Music is love, and love is music, if you know what I mean. And people who believe in music are the happiest people I've ever seen. So clap your hands, stomp your feet, and shake your tambourine. Lift your voices to the sky. God loves it when you sing. Let's go. I believe in music, and I believe in love. One more time. I believe in music, and I believe in love. Here we go. Music is a universal language, and love is the key to find brotherhood, peace, and understanding, and living in harmony. So take your brother by the hand and sing along with me. Find out what it really means to be young and rich and free. Here we go. I believe in music, and I believe in love. I believe in music. Lord knows that I believe in love. I believe in music. Lord knows that I believe in love. One more time. I believe in music. Lord knows that I believe in love. Let's blow our kisses, everyone. Let's go. One more time. Believe in music. God bless. Have a stroke of luck. See you next time. I believe in love. I believe in music. Lord knows that I
I believe in love.